Let's move on to the topic of Ripple's stablecoin, the RLUSD. What will happen to XRP? That's obviously the big question. Will XRP still be needed then? Ripple is taking on the major players in the stablecoin market, and those are simply Tether, USDT and USDC from Circle, but they want to keep pushing forward, and for that they definitely need more and more listings. Currently on major exchanges, that's still missing the volume, of course, that could flow into RLUSD. They were listed on Kraken just last week, I believe, Bitstamp, and that's pretty much it. Maybe you could also mention Bitso. So the really big players, Binance, Bitget, those are still missing, and that's where the volume needs to come from. But what happens to XRP now? Many people are saying, of course, that you no longer need XRP, which currently serves as the centerpiece of the ODL system when it comes to making cross-border payments. But this RLUSD offering is primarily intended for institutional investors, and also the fact that they acquired the prime broker Hidden Road for $1.25 billion US, which has more than 300 institutions under its umbrella. That's something you shouldn't forget either. In this case, RLUSD would of course be perfectly suited for these institutional investors. So you might ask, what do you still need XRP for? But I see XRP and RLUSD as two completely different things. For me, XRP is simply indispensable for Ripple. It simply represents the entire system. It also stands for not forgetting the retail investor, so rather for conquering the retail market, and of course as a speculative asset as well. And now, with increasing regulatory clarity, once the verdict is in and the first ETFs arrive, I believe XRP will rise like a phoenix from the ashes